Yo,
What's going
good
on, Randy?
morning, y'all. Y'all already know what
What's the
time it
deal?
is.
What's the deal, man?
Yes, sir. Another fire show waiting to go ahead and pop off. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing started. Y'all already know what time it is. Here we go. Guy, Chris, protect the shield. Good morning, brother. How you doing?
Guy, lunatic Raider, Raider Legions, what is
What?
good?
We on? We on? Oh,
Oh,
hey!
we are.
None other than Mr. Fitz, bringing none other than our guy, Joe Morley, bring out none other than the Violator, Wayne Marbury, bring out none other than the notorious Special Guest.
What
Yes,
is going
sir.
on, man? What's happening, people?
Salute, salute. Good morning, everyone. Beautiful Saturday morning. Wherever you guys be out, I hope it's beautiful. But hey, we'd like to go ahead and welcome you to Good Morning Raiders. We are your hosts. I am Jay Raider. This is the Raider Rundown. We are back in full effect for another fire show. Y'all already know how we do it every damn Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Make sure you guys go ahead and hit that noti on this show because we're bringing fire guests week after week after week after week. Appreciate
100%.
everyone pulling up in the place to be. Uh, we have a really good show lined up for you guys. Before we go ahead and get into it, as usual, if you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button on both channels. And if you're on the third channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button, especially if you're feeling what you're hearing. Appreciate everyone pulled up. Before we go ahead and kick this thing off, let's go ahead and acknowledge our chat because obviously our chat lives do matter.
Big fact.
Shout out to our guy, Raider Paul, in the building with the
Raiders!
yes, sir, yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yep.
Shout out to Raider Ryan in the building. Salute, brother. Shout out,
Salute, salute.
shout out to Frank Weber in the building. Salute.
Frank, what's going on?
Hollywood Raider Jeff in the building. He graced us
What's
with his
going
presence
on,
today.
Hollywood?
Good morning, bro. Hey, thank you for pulling up, my guy. Salute, salute. Shout out, shout out to our guy Mario. Yo, we here, dog. We here. Don't trip.
You
Salute
was
to
late.
Yaya in the building. Yes, sir. Our guy
What's going
Raider
on, man?
Ryan. Member for 6 months. That's what's up. He's already
Fire.
with the yes, sir. Already with the
Raiders!
yes, sir. Appreciate you,
Fire,
B.
man.
Thanks for
Fire.
pulling up. Yes, sir. GeoMex in the building. Salute, salute. Raider Travis in the building. Salute, my guy. Appreciate you tapping in. And Dreyfus Show in the building. Salute, my guy. Taddy as well. Salute, my
What's
guy.
going on,
Appreciate
man? What's
you
going
tapping in,
on?
pulling up. All right, y'all. And salute to everybody else pulling up. Welcome to the show. So let's go ahead and bring out the man for the hour, our next guest. This man is probably the busiest man in the game. He has multiple shows going on. He is a member of the TRS crew. He is a co-host of the Raider Rundown. He is a co-host of mine on the Raider Connection. He has his own show, Poodle Raider Podcast. He has another show, The Black Hole, the Notorious Podcast, with our guy Hollywood Raider Jeff. He has another show with our boy MC Raider, Real Talk Raider Nation, on Mondays. President of the Black Hole in the Inland Empire. Man, this man is everywhere. Let me go ahead and bring out our brother, our guy, Cheeto Linus in the building. Salute, my
What
guy.
up, man?
Yes,
What up?
sir.
What up?
Yes, sir,
What's
yes,
going
sir.
on?
Man, I felt like Apollo Creed when you introduced me right now with all
I
those
know,
things.
guy. I don't pull out the long list of names, bro.
The master
man.
of disaster.
You doing everything right now, brother. You doing everything.
Yeah, busiest man in the game for sure, man. I appreciate you pulling up and tapping in with us on this Saturday morning. We had to run it back, bro. I mean, I had you on early when I created the show. Now I got Run With Me. This is the first time we actually, all three of us have run it back together. So I'm like, we got to do it. We got to do it for sure.
Yeah,
But,
man, that's cool. You guys are doing your thing on this show, man. I love all the guests. You guys have Q, Chantel, Mitch, all them other people's on here. That's cool. That's cool to see, man. That's awesome. Yeah.
Appreciate it, brother.
For sure.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, but let's go ahead and kick this thing off. We got a lot to talk about this morning for sure. But let's go ahead and kind of recap a little bit about this week and what happened on Sunday. Raiders lose to the Commanders in pretty bad fashion. Raiders fall to 1-2 for the season. Man, I didn't even want to put the score up. That's how bad it was. I'm gonna leave that out. But I think the biggest thing here, from the biggest takeaway from this game, was that the offense still continues to have issues. We talked about it on the Wednesday show. Run's been talking about it all week long. The O-line played poorly, 5 sacks allowed, and I don't know if we're going to be able to go ahead and have an answer on it. What are you guys' thoughts from that game on Sunday and everything that kind of has transpired over this week so far? I'm gonna start with you, Leo. What are your thoughts?
Honestly, bro, as much as how bad they look, to me, this falls on coaching and not being prepared. Because it wasn't just the O-line; it was like on all levels. From the beginning, with the special teams, from allowing the punt return, the defense allowing that many yards in the first half rushing. That was insane, bro. How many yards they gave up rushing? Not being ready for Mariota when you knew he wasn't the best thrower, so you knew he was going to run, but you can tell that they weren't ready for that. That run option they was running, and just how bad the offensive line is looking and how slow our offense is looking I think it's frustrating because to us it's like, here we go again. Where's this offense we were expecting, and you don't see it, so it's frustrating to see that lack of effort out there. So hopefully they get it together this week, being here at home, in Vegas against the Bears.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, Run? What are your thoughts on Sunday's game and everything so far up to this point?
Man, I was feeling good before the stream started, and then we just brought up this topic, and now my mood is back fucked again. So there's that.
Bring it back to reality.
Yeah, now my mood is off again. But I will say, I tried to purge it from my mind, but Leo's 100% correct, bro. I mean, even Pete, you can hear it in Pete and how he's talking, right? Like, oh, we didn't hit, all these excuses. We didn't hit. They had all these days of rest. They had this, they had that. Just fancier words to tell me that y'all as a coaching staff were not prepared to go and play this game. That's all that is. All that is. To tell us that coaching staff didn't do their jobs correctly. But okay, we'll see if that transpires again this week, which I don't think it will. I would expect the coaching staff to have it ready. At the same time, though, you do sit there and say, players play the game, right? Players play the game. And at the same time, yes, the coaching staff cannot be doing their job, but there's only so much 74 Carroll can do when you getting your ass whooped physically. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like at the same time,
Mhm.
yes, I do think coaching was a factor, but then there's some dudes on Sunday. I mean, shit, even the announcer made it a point to say it multiple times. This D line is punking this O line. They're dominating. They're dominating. Dog, he said it multiple times. And I'm not just going by the announcer, but it's like when announcers go to that length to be like, yeah, dog, they're getting their ass whooped out here. Then you know, you know what time it
Yeah.
is, bro. Like,
Bro,
you
you
know
not
what time
lying.
it is. Like, so it's like, you know, this week I want us to show up. At the same time, I think the coaching staff will come back and they'll be a little more prepared. But at the same time, the players, are they going to be more prepared physically to come out here and accept that challenge is what I want to see as well.
Yeah, you're right.
100%. And I got some clips from some of the pressers that were done earlier this week, and we'll go ahead and get into that really quick. Shout out to my guy, Wasted Talent in the building. Appreciate
What's up,
you
brother?
pulling up, my guy.
Salute,
Salute. Appreciate
I need
the
to get
tap
on
in.
that X stream like y'all. I might have
I
to
know. I ain't on it.
cut some other stuff and then start paying for that X subscription.
Hey, I'm not on the Elon Bucks, Cheeto, so don't look at me, bro. Don't look at me.
Hey, I just
But
got
I
back
will.
to work, dog. So I got some fish coming in again.
I gotta go ahead and try it. But hey, he makes up a great point. By the way, man, I love his show. Love his show for sure.
Yeah,
But,
make sure you tap into our brother, Wasted Talent, Raider Nation.
Man, that's perfect. Exactly.
This is
4-3
fact.
team without depth.
100% truth. A lot of people, a lot of fans don't want to accept this yet. But
Yeah.
this was being said in the offseason and all the extra, bro. Like this team don't have all that depth. We're top heavy. You know what I mean? All our talent is in the starting areas. And if our starters ain't playing well, you know what I mean? Well, there we go.
Didn't we have a State of the Nation where we said we're playing on a lot of what ifs?
Yeah. And funny enough, we thought like it was gonna be on the defense. We was like, oh,
right.
The defense, I'm not even actually from last week. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not super mad at the defense. I think like a lot of things can be corrected as far as like not tackling, you know what I mean, wrapping up and shit. Just a little bit more effort. Offensively is where I'm a little bit more scared, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and go into this part because obviously, you know, I think probably one of the biggest issues from Sunday's game was obviously the offensive line. You know, the O-line played poorly and they gave up 5 sacks. And then we struggled on the run game as well. So the media this week has been a little bit more proactive, or you could say a little bit more aggressive on some of the questions that is being asked to Chip, to Pete, because this is literally what everybody has been talking about. So he was asked earlier this week on why he chose, what was the whole reasoning behind him choosing Jordan Meredith. I'm going to go ahead and play a little clip of that. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Give me this. All right, here we go. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. This is from this week's presser. Here we go.
Hold up now. You got it playing in the background?
Put us in the right projections.
There we go. Let me start over. My bad. I'm trying to manage this quad screen, bro. I have like 4 screens in front of me.
Play center because Jordan did a better job in preseason camp at playing center for us.
Weird.
Putting us in the right protections, doing all those things. I think Jordan's what you're looking for in the center in this league. He reminds me a little bit. I'm not going to say he is, but he reminds me a lot of Jason Kelsey that I had when I was in Philly. He's got a long way to go. Jason's a Hall of Famer, but he's that type of player. We're really excited about what Jordan's doing at center.
Yeah,
man, I didn't know Chip Kelly was gonna becoming a comedian, bro. I didn't know he was becoming a comedian.
Who would have taken it first, bro? Who wants to start? Who wants to start us off?
Oh, we gotta let our host. I'm sorry, we gotta let our guests.
Go ahead, Leo. Start us off.
For real, bro. Is Chip Kelly gonna start touring with MC Raider? Because that was comedy, man.
Probably will, bro.
Where in the world has he shown that he's been great at center? Right, from the bad snaps to the bad first preseason game. Remember the Seahawks game? How we all said they had to get their head out of their ass. Man, like, and then to say that he's not, but he reminds me of Jason Kelsey. Like, come on, man. You're just, bro. I don't know what they're saying. I honestly don't know what they're saying, bro, when it comes to this move with Meredith. I understand how big JPJ is and Meredith being too small. So maybe you want to utilize the guys you have to what you think might be best. But to sit there and say that, oh, they've been playing great, and from what we saw in camp, there's no physicality in camp anymore. Like back in the days, you can't tell until game day, bro. Like, come on now, like be real. But it just seems like they're just trying to justify their decision and tell us fans, like, just let us do what we do, and we're gonna figure this shit out.
This shit's crazy, bro. It's like you got a girl and you telling your girl that your ex-girl, was better. And it's like, hey, bro, you remind me of my ex-girl, bro. She was that shit though, she was good. Well, you
ain't her though. You just remind me.
You cool. You cool.
Not her.
Not her, but you cool.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what are we saying here, dog? And this is where I always get mad, dog. Leo, no, I always say this shit too. I hate it when coaches come out here and say something like that, and then fans go to, well, see, Chip Kelly does that. So everybody that's saying that JPJ and all that extra, you shouldn't be questioning it because Chip Kelly just came out here and said it. Well, what are we watching on Sundays? What
exactly.
the hell is this? If Meredith was playing well, none of us would be sitting here questioning the lineup. None of us.
No.
We would be like, all right, bro, like it is what it is. He's playing well. It's evident. We see it. But like certain fans just want you to wholeheartedly believe in a coaching staff that, number one, ain't proved nothing to us, right? Since they've been here, ain't proved nothing to us. And two, want you to wholeheartedly believe in something where the product is not showing. What? Come on, dog. We're supposed to just sit here and just be like, oh, yeah, dog, Chip Kelly's right. And then on Sunday, the snaps are fucking all over the place. Come on, man. Like, bro, we look fucking disingenuous. It makes you look stupid, bro. Like, we can't do that.
Yep.
So right now, to me, I think they're just trying to justify the means into saying, like, we're going to let them work through it. And that's their way of saying, like, Meredith ain't where we want him to be, but we're gonna let him work through it. I don't know if you got a JPJ topic, so I think we'll talk about that.
I do have a JPJ topic.
Yeah, but I think that's what they saying. But he could have used a lesser name, right? He could have used a lesser name. Came out here with Jason Kelsey, and immediately,
right, man.
Hey, he pulled the Raider fan. Now all of a sudden, Dante Thornton ain't fucking Calvin Johnson no more, huh? But, hey, this is what we do. This is all we do. So it's like, bro, we can't.
Hey, Gentsy's Barry Sanders.
You feel me? Like, pull the Raider fan. Jason Kelsey, like, and we've been seeing these fucked up snaps. Like, all right, dog, stop it.
Oh man,
yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go ahead and put up this banner. The O-line has, because he said he put us in the right protections, and that's the thing that kind of stood out from that statement.
Yeah.
And I looked it up: 12 sacks in three games so far. And this is the alarming stat: is that we're on pace to go ahead and hit 68 sacks. On pace to hit 68 sacks. Think about that number. That number is pretty astronomical, in my opinion.
Yep.
We should be nowhere near that. And again, this is shout out to Raiders Resistance on Instagram and on Twitter. If you guys don't follow Raiders Resistance, make sure you guys go ahead and give our guy a follow with the hot fire content as usual. But he posted this up the other day, and honestly, it just kind of drove me wild. Like that's crazy to think that we are on pace to go ahead and hit 68 sacks for the year. And this just kind of shows the state of the offensive line at this moment. What are you guys' thoughts when you see that we're on pace to go ahead and hit 68 sacks allowed?
Bro, I feel bad for Geno. Wasn't he on the Seahawks and they had the worst O-line?
Yeah, they were terrible.
Yeah.
And now he's here, and it's like it's the same, man.
It follows.
It's bad, bro. The crazy part was when you hear Chip say he makes the right calls. Like even just the Washington game, there was one play where Bobby Wagner just came in untouched.
Yeah.
How are you not recognizing Wagner,
Like
a Hall of Fame linebacker, right? Identifying him, but you out there saying that he's making the right calls on the line? Come on, man. Like it's crazy when I hear that. And it's sad because if that number continues, Geno ain't gonna last, right? You better start getting your what's that guy? What's his name? Kenny Pickett jersey is ready. You know?
Yeah.
Because if that continues, Gino ain't gonna be around that long, man. He's gonna go down. He's gonna get hurt.
All these talks about 5 years, we'll have him. No, not like this.
Not at this pace. We're not going to have him this year.
Man, what a reflection of that great training camp practices and communication that Chip Kelly was talking about, huh? What reflection that is. Jordan Meredith is so great at these protection calls and all that extra. We got scot-free ass linebackers coming straight through to our quarterback. He's right. Oh man, we're so set here in our guard spots with Alex Kappa that I watch him get tossed around like a fucking paper bag by Deron Payne. Hey, since week 1, right? By the way, Parham gets to skate around, getting tossed around in the backfield. But hey, you know what I mean? What a reflection. It's like, again, we're supposed to wholeheartedly believe in these things, and it's not showing. 68 sacks, bro. That is crazy. It's crazy work. Now, it is crazy. Week 3. You know what I mean? It is week 3. Can we get better? We shall see. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Some of those sacks, though, we do have to be honest. Gino is holding the motherfucking ball too long at certain times, and that does attribute to some of those sacks. So we do have to be honest about that.
But but why does he hold on to the ball so long sometimes? These fucking receivers can't get open unless you're Brock Bowers.
That's a conversation for another day. Conversation for another day. All I know is that he do be holding the ball. So at times,
he does. He does.
You can attribute that to all right, because to be honest, let's be real, our pass protection is not shitty. It's not shitty. The run game is shitty, but our pass protection is okay. It's all right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And I think the big topic here. Well, obviously we didn't have JPJ on, versus the Commanders, and it looks like he is clear to go for this week. But obviously, again, the media they're not letting up on the topic of JPJ, and they asked Pete earlier this week in regards to the O-line and JPJ possibly going back to center, and this is what he had to say.
Pete, you had mentioned fitting the offensive line. I think on Monday it was. Last year, the Raiders finished with Jordan Meredith at left guard, Dylan Parham was at right guard, and Jackson was at center. Would you consider maybe going back to something like that? Is that
Absolutely
what you're
not? No, we've invested a lot of time with these guys playing in their spots. I know you're interested in JPJ. This is an official week to practice and to get ready. Last week was not that. So he's ready to compete for the playing time, and he and Alex will be going at it. So it's a good situation in that regard.
Yeah. So they're absolutely not. That was Pete's response to going back to having JPJ go back to center. And when you hear that, what are you thinking? Because we've seen what JPJ can do at center. There's been things out there that basically criticize his technique. That could have been a possibility why he got floated to right guard. As far as calling the protections, that's another example as well. But when you hear that, if that's something he's willing to go ahead and consider to putting him back or having that lineup from what we had last year that actually worked better, when you hear absolutely not, what comes across your mind?
Man, the arrogance of that dude. You ever help your pops and he just wants to do shit his way, and you found a whole easier way or better way, but he's always like, nah, we're gonna do it this way, and you're just like, whatever, man. You stuck in your old ways, old man. That's what that reminds me of, bro. Yeah, when you see that stuff. That's what that reminds me of. Y'all ain't telling me how to run my team. Y'all the fans, I'm gonna do it the way I want. I don't care what you guys saw, what the stats showed, about them playing better last year in that role. This is how I want to run it. And it's just wild, bro, when you hear stuff like that. And I hate believing in rumors and back stuff. There's other stuff more to it. But when stuff like this comes out, man, I'm waiting for the JPJ's been traded thing to drop one day, because they just want him out of here for whatever reason, Yeah.
Yep.
It's crazy to me, big dog.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at, bro. Yeah, that's where I said the stubbornness, the arrogance, and it's again, if it starts working out, then yeah, you look good. But right now, it's not working out. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that what makes me so mad is that when we drafted, or not drafted, but when we hired Pete, you know, a lot of the talk was this is a coach that was willing to go outside the box, willing to do other things. You know what I mean? And that's why it's so frustrating, because right now he's already closing himself off. You know what I mean? And I always revert back to fans and shit, because at the same time, bro, like, we've been terrible, and that is the team. But as fans, bro, we have fallen into mediocrity traps and just fallen into bullshit traps. That's why I'm glad we do our thing, man. It's time to start calling shit out. We got to change our mindsets as fan base, right? Now, all of a sudden, you know, there's going to be people that tell you, oh, man, well, JPJ's got to compete, and he hasn't been good in training camp and blah, blah, blah. They're just going to parrot shit that they've heard and, you know, from the coaches and all the extras.
Right.
If that was the case and Pete was really on the competition shit that he was on, why is Dylan Parham still playing?
Woo!
Why the fuck is Dylan Parham still playing then, if that's the case? It makes no sense, because he's been the worst one, right? If that's how it's supposed to be, didn't we hear that Pete don't have no fear in playing rookies and all that extra shit? We still have not seen or sniffed Caleb Rogers at all. But we're supposed to believe that this competition shit is across the board. It's not. Let's just keep it a bean, bro. It's not. We playing politics right now, whatever it may be. But that's what's getting played. So if JPJ is going to, you know, get out here, I think the coaching staff understands that he brings the aggressiveness now. Hopefully, that's what they understand. But let's not sit here and act like, oh man, Pete knows what he's doing. It's competition shit across the board. Because if it was, then the people who are really struggling, we'd be switching them in and out and actually making that concerted effort to be like, oh, nah, dog, you're not playing well. I'm gonna switch somebody in there that will. But we're not.
Exactly. We're not. I'm going to highlight this comment from our guy Wasted. He said, it's crazy to think they don't play rookies as well. Why not? Caleb Rogers, Charles Grant, like the line doesn't respond. It's time to get these guys on the field. I agree on that part on Caleb. Charles Grant, I think he needs a little bit more time, but on Caleb Rogers, especially if we're going to continue on this trend and there's not any progress, why not test out the rookie? You know, give him a shot. Let's see what he's made of. This happened last year with DJ Glaze, and DJ Glaze responded well. Now he's regressing this year.
He's struggling this year.
Yeah, and I feel that could be a little bit of the coaching aspect. I don't think that's so much on him. I think also that's something that he can get coached up and he can improve on that part. But we really haven't seen that as of yet. Hopefully that gets turned around in tomorrow's game. But as of right now, it looks like dog shit. It really does. And this is a bad thing. There's no real answer for his position. Who else are you going to put in there? Forsyth? That looks even worse. That's scary.
No, you can't put him.
That's
Gino's scared now. You throw Forsyth out there, he's gonna be even more scared.
Yeah, and what's his name's not ready, bro. Charles Grant's not ready. You throw him out there against,
and neither's Tassi. I know we like Tassi. He's big, but he's not ready.
Nah, bro. Yeah. No, he's not ready to go against some of these guys that we go against, bro. Imagine putting his ass out there against Jeffrey Simmons.
Yeah.
No, sir. Now, I will say this: as far as like raw power, he'd probably be better than what we getting from Parham. But
right.
Technique, he probably gonna get his ass whipped by more experienced DTs in the league.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up this part because we did talk about the struggles in the run game. And Chip, again, go back to our buddy Chip. He was asked about the O-line struggles on the run game, and this is kind of what he had to say in regards to the run game currently for the Raiders. There we go. Hang on one second. There we go. Oh, there we go. All right, cool.
So is it just a continuity thing that has had the offensive line kind of struggle just because they haven't played together?
Yeah, and I think it's the defenses right now. You know, if you look at statistically, Ashton's tied for 10th in the league for carries with two other guys. So of the top 12 backs in the National Football League right now through 3 games, there's only 4 guys that average over 4 yards a carry. So Jonathan Taylor, Kyron Williams, Bijan Robinson, And there's one more, and Cook from Buffalo. Everybody else, Saquon Barkley averages 3.3 yards a carry. McCaffrey averages 3 yards a carry. So Ashton's right in the bunch with those guys right now. I think across the league through the first 3 games, the defenses are ahead of the offenses right now in the NFL, and at a big rate, like not till like 2007 or something, when you go back to the amount of total offense for offenses through the first 3 games is the lowest it's been in about 15 or 20 years. So that's this league. Sometimes the defenses are ahead and then the offenses catch up and then it goes back and forth, and that's just the nature of this game. But when you look across the league, and some really good backs, and it's surprising me today, and Saquon's got like 60 carries, but he has 3.3 yards a carry, and that's a good offensive line. That's a good back. It's a Super Bowl champion team, hell of a coaching staff, so I think it's throughout the league that there's a lot of the defense is doing a good job. Now, that doesn't mean that's just what we say. We've got to do a better job. We're doing a really good job in the passing game right now, but we got to do a better job in the running game.
Yeah.
Glad he ended it like that. Glad he ended it like that. I will say that.
Yeah. what are you guys' thoughts when you're hearing that from Chip? That
I hear what he's saying about the league changing, the run being different, more pass happy, defenses adjusting, defensive lines are bigger. But when he says the comparing about where people rank, and I think that's where I hate the whole stats thing, right? Because there's stats and then there's what you see on the field, the eye test. Ain't no one complaining about Saquon not getting it done. Ain't no one complaining about Jonathan Taylor not getting it done because he's not averaging 4 yards a carry. It's the way it looks on the field. Your O-line's getting blasted. Your running back's getting hit behind the line of scrimmage. Right? Don't be sitting there and say, like, oh, he's just like the other ones. He ranks up there with them. No, bro. No, he's not. Like, you're just trying to throw these numbers out there to make Raider fans be like, oh, yeah, you know what? He's right. They're not averaging 4. Why should we expect them to rush 4? Like, when you see those other backs and those other teams, they're not struggling in the run game the way we are. It doesn't show on the field. The fans aren't frustrated. Philly beat them. Philly beat Kansas City with running the ball, having to come up, and then they finally were able to throw the damn ball. So, no, Chip, like, come on, man. But I guess, to me, that's how Chip is. That's how he thinks. He's a very analytical guy. He's very much about the films, studying tendencies, what other teams are doing, things like that. So I guess when it comes to that, but don't sit there and say, like, oh, we're okay because, we're comparing to these other top backs in the league. Like, no, bro. Visually, it's not the same.
No.
Yeah.
No. It's hot dog water compared to, like, filet mignon.
Yeah.
Now, he's not lying when he says, like, other, like, teams are kind of struggling to run the football, which you would say, like, should be better. Because, I mean, really, if you look at Genty's numbers, it is crazy. Like, he is fucking 10th in the league. Even his yards and shit, even with how terrible it's looked, he's still sitting at like 10th, and then Saquon is like somewhere near him. So it's like, okay, he's not lying when he says that. The problem is, it's like those other offensive lines he's named will figure it out. They will figure it out. That's exactly the difference. There is the talent on those squads to be like, well, shit, we do have Jordan Mailata. We do have, you know what I mean, Lane Johnson and all the extra, Landon Dickerson. We gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And eventually they're gonna start running the football. Look at Detroit. Look at Detroit's offensive line. They not having no issues. You know what I mean? Which is crazy. But my thing would be like, do we have the talent to figure it out as the season goes on? That's the question I have. Where's the toughness gonna come from? Where is some of the movement gonna come from that we need in the front for the running game to open up? So it's like, I don't know, bro. I get what he's saying, like statistically, but then again, I always go back. Players play the game, and I don't know if we have the talent on the offensive line to continue to maximize our running backs' talent.
Yeah. And you're talking about the physicality part. That's where JPJ comes in. That's what he brings to the table. He brings that physicality. And we talked about it on Wednesday. This line is just like literally getting manhandled. They're getting punked for real. They get punked so bad it's worse than Red got punked by Debo on Friday. That's literally what I said on Wednesday. You know, so when we're seeing that on the field, is like, what really can you do? So there has to be something that changes, but that's really what JPJ brings to that table. He brings that physicality, he brings that toughness, and the other guys feed off of that, and that's where you're starting to see the better performance of the line. There, you're starting to see them, at least stalemate, if not winning certain battles in those trenches. So having JPJ does make a big difference. Now, I also wanted to go ahead and ask this question to see if this is also a cause of the run game struggles. This was brought up the other day. Shout out to the Raider squad, to Chantel, our guy Q, and Link Kennedy. He brought up this question, like, are the Raiders running too much from shotgun? Is it really effective? Because we are seeing a lot of plays out of the pistol,
bro,
and a lot of runs are designed from that pistol too. Is this a probable reason why that we're having such an issue on the run game? I'm gonna go ahead and play that clip from the Raiders squad show from earlier this week. Make sure you guys go ahead and tap in. If you guys are not,
hold on real quick before you play the clip.
Yeah.
Just to what Ron was saying about, you got to have the players. Like, that's why Philly will get it together. That's why the other teams, because they have the players. And you brought it up too, right? Like about our O-line looking like they got their ass kicked by Debo.
Yeah.
And I told you guys the other day, like, people talk about having the right players, the X's and O's. We don't have X's and O's, dog. I told you, we got P's and Q's.
We
talked about one guy that can come in and fix what we think are 3 areas that we're weak on. Right? 4 if you even throw in Glaze. You're only talking about JPJ to try and make a difference in a position where 3 other guys are playing. And this goes back to not having that depth. If the rookies aren't ready, they're not. Okay, whatever. But and I get it, it's gonna take time, but you also gotta have the right players for it, bro.
It's like, bro, excuse after excuse after excuse from this fan base. I see other fucking rookies on offensive line for other teams playing. Why the fuck our rookies can't play? Well, we as a fan base, we got to just keep making excuses and shit for mediocrity. It just makes no sense,
and not even like 6th round rookies. These are 3rd round rookies.
Thank you. I look around the league. There are multiple rookie guards playing, multiple rookie offensive linemen playing, but somehow the Raiders are the exception to the rule, where our draftees are going to take long as fuck to get on the field. Like, what? Like, come on, bro. So stupid.
Yeah, for sure. Let me go ahead and play this clip real quick of the Raider squad show. And
I heard it, but I didn't see it, so I want to see it.
You didn't see it? Okay, cool.
I heard their show on Spotify, so I didn't get to watch it.
You can watch it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and pull that up real quick. Here we go.
This run that Ashton or whoever's back there carrying the football is making cuts in the backfield the moment they get the football. Now, there are a couple of points that I have issues that I'll just share with that. First and foremost, I don't like the point of inception. What I mean by that is I do not like them going out of pistol, which is a shotgun quarterback with a running back 3 yards behind. The reason why is now with that running back 3 yards behind the quarterback who's set at 5 yards of shotgun, that puts you 8 yards off of the line of scrimmage. You have 8 yards that you have to catch up before you get to the line of scrimmage. There are so many things that can happen. More times than we've seen than not, it's been penetration. When the Raiders have been able to buy the offensive line or buy the line of scrimmage, they've had successful runs. But when they've had penetration, or when you had running backs, the moment they get the handoff, having to make the cut, making a guy miss here, making a guy miss there, for whatever, miscommunication, guys shooting the gaps, penetration, however you want to break it down, it does not work. This is not a physical team yet.
Dog, hey, all right. I was waiting to the end.
You were waiting on him to add that last part?
Yes. Because look, I love Lincoln, and when it comes to O-line play, I defer, right? Because hey, it is what it is. When it comes to O-line play, he knows more than me. But I will say this though: if we were averaging about 5 yards a carry, you think anybody gives a fuck if we running out of shotgun or not? No. Because we're actually doing the job. I know why he's saying that. The reason Lincoln is for real saying that, and it's all encapsulated at the end of the sentence: we're not tough. We don't have the guys to be able to run the shotgun and pistol and all the extra shit. Notice he said, yeah, because running back's 8 yards. He's saying that because he wants Genty to get the ball as quick as possible before Parham get his ass whooped or somebody else get their ass whooped in the backfield. That's why he's saying that. He's not saying that because Chip don't know what he's calling or whatever. No, it's because our O-line gets their ass whooped so quickly that there is no way a running back from 8 yards will be able to do anything. So he's saying, hey, let's shorten it up maybe 5-4 so Genty can get the ball quicker and maybe find a hole quicker before that shit closes up at light warp speed. So to me, that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the same that Rundown was saying from that. One, the physicality. Link pointed it out. We're not physical. We're soft as poop. Right. And then the other one is for that very reason. Think about how fast they're already getting to there, and they're 8 yards behind. So he wants them up closer so that you give Genty more time to be able just to get to the line before they get to him to be able to make something of it. Yeah. Like that's the thing he's trying to say. Like, give Genty time to get to the line first. Let him figure it out instead of them already coming to him, and then he's got to worry about it, man. Like to that point, like
real quick, one of my favorite people was in the chat, man. I ain't seen him in so long. It's so crazy, man. One of my favorite people was up in here. How you doing, Money? What's going on with you, Chuck? How you feeling? I'm glad you're here, man. I hope you're
now
feeling good.
to the thing under the center. Remember, Meredith is new at center. He already struggles hiking the ball from the shotgun. Can this guy get it to the quarterback under center?
Man,
you could ask any center. It ain't no easy task, bro.
Well, it's got to be better than what we see in these shotgun snaps.
Right.
Again, bro. Hey, my boy, you better call my boy Gino Roger Federer the way he all over the field. Now you got to look around and do that, bro. No, I did not, Money. No, I did not. You just ain't showing up, man. I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you. Ever since Zamir White been rotating in with Genty, I've been waiting to see what you've been saying, Money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But no, I totally agree as far as what Rundown is saying, and that's the reason why he's saying that Lincoln is saying that is because our tackles are getting beat. But that's plain. That's basically plain and simple what that means. And you have a better success if you're running out of center as opposed to shotgun.
You would hope that they have.
You would hope, but with this offensive
they're still
line,
gonna get their asses blown up.
They're still gonna get their asses blown. But Genty has a better shot because you're not. He's not having to go ahead and be back like almost 8 yards and run up to the line. He's about 3 yards away, and then he can go ahead and just find his hole and make the cut after he crosses the line, right? Or he makes the cut before he goes, whatever hole he's gonna go into. And that's the thing behind it. Now, there's a stat, I forgot what the actual stat was, but I think it was like, I think when we talked to Murph last week, shout out to Murph from Raider Fan Radio, he put we're like negative 0.1 and yards for Ashton Genty. So meaning he gets tackled or he gets hit behind the line of scrimmage before he makes any type of positive yardage. And we see that. We see like these big runs, and then the next play when they go ahead and try to go back to Genty, he gets hit, and it's a loss for 3, a loss for 4, and that kind of negates those big runs. So essentially a 10-yard run for a first down, and then the next play to go back to him, try to duplicate that or try to get some positive yards. He gets hit in the backfield, and it's a loss for 4, and that kind of negates that. So we're seeing that time and time again, and that's the reason why you have Lincoln Kenny go out there like, hey, you're going to have better success if you're running behind center as opposed to shotgun. You're having to eliminate him, trying to go ahead and hit that line of scrimmage, and the edges have a shorter window for them to go ahead and penetrate the line. That's really kind of the reason behind that. Let me kind of go into this tomorrow's game. Next, we got this Bears team coming up tomorrow, this Sunday, Week 4 preview. Let me go ahead and pull up the injury report really quick. and
Big
talk
Mike is
about
out,
that.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Big Mike
He's
is
done.
out.
We knew
Yeah,
that.
he's on.
We knew that.
He's on. Yeah, poor guy. He's on concussion protocol. So no, don't make Mike tomorrow. I got it.
I'm cool with what's his name, Ian Thomas. Ian Thomas can block, so I'm not mad at it. You know, that'll be okay. Maybe it'll help in the run game a little bit too, because he's a little bigger body. I don't know if he can run routes like Mayer, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about the routes, but he definitely can block. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. God damn that Notre Dame game. He whooping ass.
Yeah. I'm waiting for On Six to join the chat and talk shit like he always does. So.
I'm waiting. I'm gonna ask the chat a question at the end, man. Hey, when do we start getting in mock draft territory? At what point? Like, what point is acceptable? I'm not saying I'm there.
You know what,
now,
right? I think by the bye week where we're at, how we look, we'll know by the bye week because that's after the Chiefs game, right?
Yeah, it is. Actually. Yeah, it is.
After the Chiefs game, we'll know, bro.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I hope not. That shit was depressing last year, bro. We did 8 weeks of mock drafts. Like, that fucked off.
Yeah. I don't know about mock drafts, but we could definitely start our scouting reports.
Oh shit. Oh yeah. The scouting is happening.
Yeah. This thing doesn't want to pull up the injury report. I don't know if you could try to pull up.
I think I've seen some of it off the top of my head though.
Yeah.
They do have three main guys out. You know, obviously they have Jalen Johnson out. That's one. But Grady Jarrett on their defensive line, huge, right? Big for them.
There we go. I got it now.
Grady's on there?
Grady Jarrett is not playing. So that's huge. That is huge. He's one of those guys that would help on their run defense. And even so, their run defense is not strong. So
right.
You know what I mean? So that works. And then also TJ Edwards, I believe, which is another huge one. That's another big one as far as their linebackers in the run game. And him coming downhill. Now, they do have Tremaine Edmonds, right? Which I personally think they gonna put him on Brock. I personally, and he can stay with Brock. I'm not.
He can. He got.
He's athletic. Yeah, he's athletic enough to stay with Brock, dog.
Yeah.
Which means who's gonna win on the outside? That's the question.
Right.
That's what I have right now. I want to see.
Yep. But you have
we only have the Bears got a bunch, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of dudes that are banged up.
We're not that injured. We're not
that injured. Yeah, it's literally just
thank goodness because we're not that deep anyway.
No big shit, big facts. Which is also scary. Our starters are getting their ass whooped like this, so it's also scary.
DCAM, huh? Okay.
DCAM's questionable.
I'm worried about Odunze, bro, and DJ Moore. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I like the matchup of him and Porter.
Odunze,
I think because Odunze's a big body, you know what I mean? Like I kind of like that matchup, and I think Porter's faster than Odunze too. Mm-hmm. So I do kind of like that little matchup right there as far as body positioning. Now, as far as DJ Moore, I'm not putting him on Porter. I'm not doing that. I think that's for Stokes. Stokes got to go ahead and fuck with that over there.
Yeah.
And see how that works. Now, the player I am scared of is Luther Burden. I'm scared of him because we ain't got no slot, bro. We ain't got no slot.
Yeah.
Nope.
So far, been okay
up there.
Yeah, but he's got some quickness to him, and him versus Darnay Holmes or some shit is not a good matchup. It's not. So
yeah, those safeties got to communicate once he gets past Holmes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. And our Oos ain't played well, man. He ain't played 2 weeks. I love him. Right, yeah. Call him out, but our Oos, he been struggling, bro. He been struggling.
Yeah. Yep. The cool thing is that, like we said earlier, JPJ is going to be back versus the Bears, and we're
going to see both, Jay.
Yes,
the rotation.
Yes,
like this is fucking high school, high school ball.
High school ball. They asked Pete earlier. They asked Pete, I think it was yesterday. And
yesterday,
they've been asking him all week long, but yesterday they asked him again, like, what's up with JPJ? And he seems a little bit annoyed, but this is kind of what
I'm telling you, he's tired of us asking. And the crazy part is now even the media are starting to ask too, not
Yeah.
just the fans. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say this
yeah,
real quick
so-
before you play, Jay.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how tired you are, Pete. We tired of losing. So get your shit together. Goddammit, and answer these questions. I don't give a damn about none of that, dog. You've been here for a couple months. We've been losing for 20 plus years. You goddamn right we're gonna ask these questions.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Back in his day, like back when he was with the Seahawks, they didn't really have social media like this. Like, you know, you got shit on Facebook. Instagram was barely coming alive, but you know, you didn't have the way that social media is kind of really like has taken off in the last like probably like I don't know 5-6 years. So all this noise is like literally probably new to him. He's like, fuck this shit. You know, I'm tired of hearing the same shit again. But you know what? This is what it is to be a coach for the Raiders. You when you fuck up and we're not doing good, you're gonna hear it. And when we're doing good, yeah, you're gonna get all the praise. But especially if we know that something is not right, and we know the obvious answer of the fix, like we shouldn't know these things. Like this is something that they should automatically like implement. You're gonna hear from the fan base.
Y'all ever
But this
watch
is kinda-
the movie Holes? You ever watch Holes?
Yeah,
Um,
it's been a minute, but I've seen it.
This scene is reversed though. You know what I mean? Where the kid's like, "Well, I'm tired of this, Grandpa." Well, that's too damn bad. I don't know what you tired of. All right, you fucking answer these fucking questions. I don't care what it is, bro. Once the offensive line starts playing better, Pete, we gonna say, all right, dog, you got it. You did well. You know what I mean? What a genius move. You switched out Meredith to center. That's what he wanted us to say. He wants to kiss his ass and be like, oh man, you know,
you're doing a
moved
great
him over
job.
there. Man. Oh, Pete, what a great job, man. They'll work through it. No, dog. Again, you're a coach. What coach is he? What, like 15 in the last fucking 10 years? We done heard X, Y, and Z from coaches at that podium for many years. The shit that you done said, Pete, after games, oh, it's on me. Put that on me. Shit, insert coach here. How many coaches have said that shit? Gino said that shit too. Insert a quarterback we had for 9 years who said that shit. 9+ years. It's on me. My bad. Me. We don't want to hear that shit no more, bro. Stop it.
No.
Just get out here, answer the questions, have these motherfuckers play better. Once they play better, we're gonna be right behind you again. But that's it.
Yep, exactly. 100%. Let me go ahead and play the clip of P at the presser. I believe it was yesterday. There you go. And again, shout out to our guys around the Shield.
We're good,
Severe. Make sure you guys go ahead and pull up to the show.
What's going on?
And tap in on X for everybody watching on X. Here we go.
After a week of watching your team compete, Pete, do you expect the same starting offensive line this week you had last week?
That's a good way to ask it. You could have just asked if JPJ's playing. He's playing this game, and then
that was funny though.
Our guys they'll both play.
After a week of watching,
and that is the $1 million question. What the fuck does that? What the fuck does they'll both play mean? Does that mean no Meredith? Does that mean it's just JPJ at right? And they're gonna rotate? What does that mean? What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I think that means JPJ is gonna play, but he's on a tight leash.
Yeah.
Let you do some shit I don't like. Here comes our boy.
There it is. Hey, bro. And you know what it is, Jay. Leo, we're already here, bro. And you know, Jay is in here too. Sometimes we try too hard to rationalize shit that makes sense, but we have to understand we're Raider fans. When the shit makes sense, it's not for us. We know what time it is, bro. Like the real shit that makes sense would be like, oh, maybe he means, and I would hope he means, oh man, Parham getting switched out, put Kappa over there left guard,
right?
Put JPJ over here right guard. That's because you know Pete be coy like that, so he'll walk around and say some shit like that, and that's what he actually means. So hopefully that's what I'm hoping. But you know, my logical football sense tells me that this motherfucker's talking about we're gonna do some college shit where one drive is JPJ, the next drive,
my god,
the next drive is Alex Kappa, and we're gonna see who does better, and we're gonna keep flip-flopping that way. Y'all, did we not do this with Josh McDaniels too? I swear to God, there was an old lineman who we kept switching in and out, and we kept doing this same shit where we was like, nah, we're just gonna keep rotating them, and that didn't work out then either. No. Again, fans and coaches, oh man, we just got to trust in us. We just got to trust in the coaches and all that. Why? Bro, we have seen this same process already. Again, I've said it again. You can insert coach here to how much dumb shit we done seen. Josh McDaniels did the same shit with this rotation of linemen. His ass got fired. So all I'm saying is, bro, this shit, it can or will not work. We will see. But why we're rotating in linemen who we, number one, don't fully know what they can do, right? Because JPJ has only played one game. So we don't fully know what he is. But we continue to just play other linemen who continuously get their ass whooped. Makes no sense. Makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we can't be surprised because Pete told us this. You remember when they asked him about having a 5?
Oh, yeah.
And he said it's going to take as long as it has to take. We could be 4 weeks into the season and we could still be figuring out. And I was like, what?
Yep.
What?
Yeah, he was dead ass serious.
Yeah, he was serious. So on that part, Pete didn't lie, man. He's still figuring it out as we're going.
He's still figuring it out. Week 4.
Rob, look, this is the thing though, Rob. 31 other teams are not doing this. Maybe like you could say 30. 30 other teams are not rotating their linemen. You don't do that. Like there's just not nothing. That's like rotating your fucking quarterback, bro. Like nobody does that. When you have your 5,
it's not an ideal situation.
Bro. When you got your 5, honestly, your 5 should have been solidified in camp. We shouldn't even be having this fucking discussion. To be honest with you, because real teams have their line already. They go into the offseason and say, like, all right, bro, this is the 5. If we got to tweak it, maybe we'll see because somebody might get hurt. So let's, maybe we'll flip in and out. But other than that, bro, these are the 5. We ain't got to do all that extra.
Yeah.
When he came out here, like Leo said, and told y'all, maybe until week 5 in the season, we won't have it figured out. Y'all should have knew what time it was, bro.
And as much as we like Link even said once they do have the 5, it's still going to take like a couple of games for that 5 to gel. 100%. And I think that's the frustrating part.
100%. Yeah. Which then JPJ has not played consistently, which this would make his second week. Now this is going to take another maybe 2 weeks for him to get comfortable at his position, right? But guess what? We're rotating his ass in and out. So how is he going to get comfortable? It makes no sense, bro. It don't make sense.
Yeah, 100%. Let me go ahead and switch it up to this really quick. Salute to the 100 people in the building. Appreciate you guys pulling up and tapping in with us on this Saturday morning. Make sure you guys, if you guys haven't done so already, hit that like and subscribe button on all the channels. Appreciate everyone tapping in and talking some Raiders football this Saturday morning for sure. Let me go ahead and bring this part up. Will Genty have a better game? We'll have a breakout game because we saw that we have a banged up Bears team. Their defense hasn't been doing good at all, right? I think they're almost about the same as us defense wise. Will we finally see Genty have like that breakout game that we've all been kind of waiting for? What are you guys' thoughts on that?
If there was ever a time when you played a team that was their weakness and you needed a get right game, this is the one for them. This is the one,
100%.
Right? This is the one where you're looking at. That's their weakness. Their run stopping capability is bad. We're trying to get it going. This would be the game you want to do that with. So I hope he has a breakout game because I'm a fan and I want to see that happen, right? Based on the way what I've seen from the O-line, it's still wishful thinking on my end, but I'm hoping that's what happens this week against an injured Bears team that already struggled stopping the run. Yeah.
I'm with, I'm gonna go with Leo, man. I'm going with positivity, bro. Last week I said it, I wanted him to have a breakout game. I wasn't like super confident in it, but hey, I said it, right? This week I am more confident in it, and it needs to happen. I'm gonna say it does happen. And the reason I say it needs to happen because if you don't have a good game running the football this week, I don't know in the future when you gonna have it. Because next week, that D-line ain't nothing to mess with. That ain't nothing to play around with as far as the Colts D-line. They have some guys on there, right? DeForest Buckner alone is somebody that'll make me shiver if on this offensive line. And then, right, even the game that I'm trying to sag with Leo, that Titans D line ain't nothing to mess with either. Right,
Yeah.
they're nothing to mess with either. They may be 0-3, but their defense is solid. Defense is solid. And then you have the Chiefs. Again, I don't care how bad they're playing. They whooped our ass for I don't know how many years. Chalk that up as an L. So it is what it is, bro. Chalk that up as an L. So it's like, if you don't have a good game this week against a team where you can clearly see that's not their strength, they're missing guys on the defense that attribute to them being better at the run defense, Grady Jarrett, TJ Edwards, right? If you can't run the ball this week and you can't find no toughness, dog, oh, yeah, bro. Chalk it up. Chalk it up. You know what I mean? That it's a wrap. So they have to.
100%.
They have to.
They have to. 100%. This is the game where you run the damn ball. And we saw a better game from Genty on last Sunday versus the Commanders. He got about 63 yards. Yeah, he did. But again, it was like he would have a great run, and then they'll go back to him, and then he gets stuff. He'll lose like 4 or 5 yards, and it was a lot of that. The thing here is that once we get that ball going, we have to kind of stay consistent and not have those big losses, and that's literally what happened last week. I think the biggest thing here also too as well, we know Brock is injured, and it's been already a couple of weeks that he's had that injury. He's still rocking the brace. Most likely he will probably rock that brace this week.
He looks healthier this week though.
He looks healthier.
He looks healthier. So I'm hoping if he's more 100, that will help the offense.
Yeah, they said he was full.
He's full.
Mm-hmm. Well, so you think Brock can definitely ball up this game, because there was some throws that we saw him kind of struggle where he missed, where if he was a healthy 100% Brock, you make those type of catches. Yeah, and you know how to adjust a little bit just because of the injury. But you think this is the game where he'll have a way better performance, be more impactful? Do you guys think?
I do. I think he will. Definitely. I talked to one of my guys, Raider Trey. Shout out to my guy. He be with Mike on Black Team Broadcast, but he's a huge Georgia fan. You know what I mean? So he's watched every snap of Brock's career pretty much from college up to now. So I asked him, hey, does Brock look right to you? He immediately was like, no. He went back to, and I don't know, maybe Leo, you remember this because you be on college football too. Remember back a couple years ago when Brock had like an ankle injury at Georgia and he came back? That's what my guy Trey said this reminds him of. Now he came back and he was still kind of Brock, but he wasn't Brock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could tell the difference.
How you're used to him breaking tackles, doing certain things, looking explosive. But, that's where he was like, Brock is such a special athlete on one leg, even so still looks tremendous. But at the same time, bro, I still think you can kind of see it. He wasn't all the way himself. Even that Chargers game, bro, I know it's minute. Other fans, other teams would be like, it's a regular football play. But I don't know if y'all remember when against the Chargers, he caught like a flat and Buddy tackled him one-on-one.
Yeah.
I'm not used to that. You know what I'm saying? It's been 1 year, but I'm not used to that. Usually I see that. It's a stiff arm. You know what I mean? Something like that. Get up out of there.
I'm used to the yak with Brock.
Even that catch in the end zone last week, you know what I mean? That bounced off Buddy helmet. Now I do think he kind of look back a little late, but at the same time, y'all watch practice, y'all watch training camp and all the extra. I'm used to Brock exploding out that jump. You know what I'm saying? Like boom, like he's on your ass quick. You know what I mean? He's already damn near levitating off the air. You know what I mean? So it's like I can tell he's not right. But this week, I think he would be. But then again, he's got a good little matchup, dog. That Tremaine Edmonds, telling y'all, bro, he's athletically good enough to fuck with Brock this week. He is.
Yeah.
So we got to have somebody who's gonna win. And I hope you have his name for a topic, dog. I want 18 out there because Cheeto's here.
Oh man, I took him off. I took him off too. Damn,
I want 18 out there.
He needs to this week without Big Mike though. Yeah.
Put him out there, man. I want Besh. I want more of Besh, man. He had a nice little catch on the sidelines last week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know he's not Cheeto's favorite player, but Cheeto, you could admit this. He needs to play more than Thornton. He needs to be playing more than Thornton, bro.
Yeah. And especially right now with Big Mike out, you see what I will say about Besh is his blocking. He is a nasty blocker.
Very nasty.
Like, woo! Man,
And if we're trying to run the ball, right? We're trying to run the football.
Mhm.
Let's get him out there, bro. Let's get some. Now Thornton does block. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna take that away from him. But as like to your point, bro, Besh. I mean, when he get his hands on you, dog, that
he's
motherfucker's
physical.
Bro.
He's definitely
So,
physical.
I want his ass out there, man. This is gonna be a physical game, bro. We need to instill some toughness.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Brock can have a game. I mean, Brock is just unique, bro. He's a baller. He's one of those special type of players. You give him a little bit of space when he's healthy, he can make plays. It helps our offense too, knowing that weapon is there. You know, we get that run game going, you get Brock going, it's just gonna open it up for everyone else. And to what Rundown was saying, like, yeah, man, I want to see Besh out there, especially with Big Mike down. I know Ian Thomas can block things like that, but throw Besh in there some of those times. You know what? Line up behind the tight end, things like that.
I'm a victim of it right now too, but we're not talking about my guy, bro. Had a game, Mr. Trey, big play Trey. You know what I mean? Big play Trey had him again, and I'm falling victim because we don't know yet. You know what I mean? Is that a breakout? Are we actually breaking out this year? But Leo know me. I was calling it from the beginning, bro. I fuck with Trey, man. That's my guy.
That was the first thing I said in the group text when he scored. I'll run down happy right now.
That's my guy, bro. I'm hoping that he can, if he continues his ascension, we might be okay. We might be okay. Lecky's right though. Gino, dog. We taking all these 3-pointers, man. Take the layups, man.
Yeah.
Take the layups. Relax.
Yeah.
We ain't gotta.
Yeah.
We
and
might
I want to
have some
ask
white
this
ass.
question.
Let us know.
Yeah.
But that first touchdown that he had showed me a lot about Tucker and his improvement. That first touchdown, not the other two, but that first one. The way he adjusted to the defense, moved to the spot, and caught it. Like that was stuff he wasn't doing last year. And part of the improvements you said, rundown that he's been making this year. So seeing that one was great. And if you get a healthy Brock out there, right, you get the run game going, Tucker only adds to that arsenal because then they're less focused on it. It gives them more room, right?
Another reason why we don't need Thornton out there all the time because Trey is going to be playing that well. And he's got the speed. We don't need 2 speed dudes, right? We don't. We need other people who's going to run the routes.
Yeah.
Howard. I don't think we've had OJ Howard in a minute. What Howard? Bloody Raider. Shout out to Bloody Raider.
No, I think our tight end 3 is practice squad guy, Runyon, I believe. I think it's Carter Runyon.
Yeah. Right now it's Brocky and Thomas, and pretty sure they're going to use Besh for that. Yeah.
That'd be fire. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. So how do you guys think the Raiders are going to do versus the Bears defense? And I also want to ask this question. Do you think Gino's going to need to be more mobile in this game because of the struggles of the old line? What do you guys think?
Their defense isn't all that great. You know what I mean? Even to the degree, like, gotta remember, it's Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen is coaching this defense. You know what I mean? Now there's gonna be times he'll be successful, but we know it's vanilla. He's gonna do what he does. He's gonna blitz, a couple times. He's gonna maybe play that man coverage a couple times. You know what I mean? Try to get physical at the line of scrimmage. But it's Dennis Allen, bro. Like I expect us. If Chip can't scheme against Dennis, yeesh. You know what I mean? Yeesh. Then what are we doing? You know, he's not even all that great. You know what I mean? We're not even gonna be able to survive in our fucking division if we can't scheme against Dennis Allen. So I definitely think Chip will have something nice and ready. Their corners are fucking hurt. So if we're not getting separation, I'm gonna start having some raised eyebrows at a couple players this game. If we're not getting separation on these corners, bro.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
I'm gonna have some raised eyebrows, bro, and we'll see. Now, as far as the run game, bro, I really want to be confident in that, but it's too hard. It's a wait and see moment, bro. Wait and see.
Yeah,
because how they gonna show it physically? You know what I mean? Like if I see it from the first snap and we already getting blown the fuck back, DJ Glaze getting killed by Montez Sweat in the first couple snaps. All right, pack it on up. It's about to be a long goddamn 60 minutes, but if we start having some room and Genty not getting touched before he gets to the second level, okay. Now we working.
Yeah. Honestly, the way I think we will do it depends if we're not playing catch up.
There you go.
If we're not playing catch up from the get go,
Dude,
we can set the tone. Like once we take
That's
lead,
true, bro.
we control the tempo. I think we'll be cool. So as much as how the offense is going to look against that defense, is how is our defense going to look against the Bears with Caleb and Ben Johnson?
Can I
That
ask
to me
y'all,
is going to be the main thing.
were you impressed? Last week with the way they won.
The Bears?
Yeah. Were you impressed at their offense?
I mean, I've been impressed with the Doomsday this year. But I guess with Caleb, like I knew that if the Cowboys weren't going to get to him, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
The Cowboys' defense is ass, is it not?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah,
they're not having a good year.
yeah,
No.
it's bad.
No.
The Cowboys defense is bad without Micah. And
I mean,
then
they
Diggs
scored on a flea
having a
flicker and
horrible
all
year.
this.
Yeah,
They scored a flea flicker, bro. Like I'm really watching this game, right? Because of course we got to play them this week, and they playing the Cowboys. So I'm watching. I'm like, dog, you got these motherfuckers is wide open. Like
Yeah.
they got motherfuckers wide open, scot free, and I mean just all game. And I'm looking. I'm like, first of all, how do you fall on the flea flicker? Right, homie falls. He's looking at the run back there. He falls on the flea flicker. That's how the big play happened. But most of the times, bro, like it's dudes running scot free, wide open. So it's like, all right, bro. Like, how much of that is Dallas's defense being completely trash? You know what I mean? And then them actually scheming it.
Yeah.
but with the Bears, because it's Ben Johnson, he can scheme dudes open. The
Hell
problem is, can Caleb see them?
That's it.
Can he get the ball?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You got to keep his ass in the pocket, bro. He can't be able to
Yeah.
run around. He can't run around.
Keep him in the pocket, pressure him. Even the D line, the two up front, if you can just get close to him, Caleb panics. He
is
doesn't
a
like
good,
being surrounded like that.
This is a fact. This is a good question. I don't know if you want to save it for later, but talking about Spy Tech and
Oh yeah.
how much is he responsible for the
big time.
state of it going on right now? Well, it depends, bro. It depends how you want to look at it. Offensive, if you knew you were like the plan was to draft a running back in the first round, 6th overall, if that was really going to be a real idea, then he fucked off in free agency, bro. Like,
Yeah, he did.
what are you doing? You know what I mean? What are you doing? If that's the case, bro, you got to upgrade the offensive line.
Yeah. And we had chances to get Mekhi Becton. He was out there
That's
for
fact.
a quick minute, and we literally slept on that, and he passed that up. That's the time where you go ahead and pull out the wallet. All right, cool. Let me go ahead and see and take that hit, but it's worth it because we got a premium running back. Now we
and
got
then
to go ahead and get
the other part to that though, James, like you got to remember where he went. If I'm that position, what team to me right now has the bigger upside? As a Raider fan, I'm always going to say us, but the Chargers look a little better with a brighter future.
For sure.
If I'm trying to win and get paid. Yeah.
But we didn't even put no bid. That's the next thing.
Part, yeah.
That's where
we
it
didn't
gets,
pull up
it
the
gets
table.
frustrating, right? Or even,
Mhm.
you were so keen on these assets that you have, but the assets that we acquired as far as the O-line are not
Yeah.
playing. Now, again, I kind of like people kind of need to get the thought of Charles Grant playing out of their minds, though, because that's not happening. I said it when he got drafted. There's multiple people that said it when he got drafted, bro. He's not
It was
playing.
a project. That's why it was
he's
so
not playing,
crazy
dog.
to draft him in
He
the
is
third.
a left tackle. His job is to get better that's his only job. Get better in the background until Colton Miller is ready to either retire or we can get something for him. That's it. So as far as him, bro, leave Grant alone. He just needs to get better. The one I'm really focused on is Rodgers, right? Like
Rodgers.
Why do we draft him if he can't get on the field, if he's not that good? What is the point?
Right.
You know what I mean? To have a whole nother project. No, bro. Like if the whole plan was to get a running back, then yeah, Spy Tech fucked off. He should have did that anyway. But if they didn't know that they were going to get a running back into the draft, that's still on him too. Because it's like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like you're not looking at the roster and saying like, well, no, this O-line's kind of ass cheeks. You know what I mean? We can't take no.
They really thought they were going to get Tampa Bay Kappa, not Cincinnati Bengal Kappa.
We can't take no. Like,
I know, right?
that's where it's like, did y'all watch film? What did y'all watch, bro? Like, what the fuck film did you watch to think that this old line was going to be good?
He was
enough
good back
for JP?
then.
Not even
Yeah,
last
but
year, bro.
he had other linemen around him that were good too.
Not even last year, bro. Last year
Yeah.
wasn't good for the O line. At best, last year was mediocre. You know what I mean for the O line, and they translated that to be like, well, Genty could just make this mediocre ass O line better than what it is. No, bro. Like that's the wrong way of thinking. So, in retrospect, like again, I don't have a problem with Genty's talent, but in retrospect, I really do think, honestly, we should have probably went with a fucking O lineman. To be honest, like,
oh yeah,
and then got it in there. And I will die on this hill. If the story comes out, Rundown said it. I'll die on this hill. Cleveland took our actual pick. I'll die on it.
Oh, Mason Graham?
I'll die on it, bro. I don't care, dog. I will die on this hill.
Yeah.
Cleveland took who we were actually going to take. Because I think, remember the stories. They were already kind of fucked off with Christian Wilkins during the draft. Already they were like, all right, bro, like, you know what I mean? Something's weird going on in the background. I honestly think they would have took Mason Graham if he was there at 6. But, you know, I think Genty was the number 2, which they're like, all right, fuck it. You know what I mean? Genty's there. We'll take him. And he falls in our lap. But I honestly think they probably would have did that.
Yeah, they probably would have got Mason Graham.
The Michigan ties, all the extra shit. You know what I mean? Like,
There's definitely the good old boy, like we know each other type stuff going on.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't have been mad at all. Look at the way them motherfuckers playing. 805, well, not 80, yeah, 805. I need a word, by the way. That motherfucker's playing well.
I knew that when they signed Forsyth.
Yeah.
Like, what in your mind told you I'm going to bring this guy here because he's going to be an upgrade at any position we have?
Yeah. Well, then Money Chuck does make a good point here. If you're not gonna play bench, then you probably should have got a motherfucker in the second round, right?
And I think that was the frustration.
I think there's a guy that's playing for Detroit right now that a lot of people liked. The Tate Ratliff, I believe. He got picked in the second round. I think could have got him, you know, but we chose a wide receiver that's not playing. So that's on our coaching staff, bro. If they're selling us this developmental potential shit. So it's on them to get these players good and get them right.
Yeah. No. I get it. And I think that's a frustrating part, bro. When you see, and I don't know if because we got so happy with our last draft, you know, like, oh, we got Brock, we hit on Brock. Oh, we hit on JPJ. Like, we finally drafting well. Oh, we got Genty. Cool. Our second rounder. Okay, big receiver. And then we ain't seen nothing from this. So it's like, oh, here we go.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Again, not playing, you know what I mean? Showing nothing. It's like
nothing.
Makes no sense, bro.
Yeah.
But let's talk a little bit about the other side of the ball. Are we finally going to see Kuntz come alive? And does Mac need to start faster in this game to really have success against Caleb and the Bears offense? And I think with that being said, are the linebackers going to bounce back? And they had, I mean, and I say this because literally the defense gave up 200 yards rushing.
170 of that was in the first half, bro.
Yep.
Most of that was the goddamn long ass run we gave up.
Yep.
Oh, USC is losing. Oh shit, yeah, they're gonna lose. USC is gonna lose. They just gave us something.
What's the score?
24-10.
Ooh.
It's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. Yeah, they about to get their ass whooped. What's up with Notre Dame, man? What's
like this, right? Dame, right on.
Nubs.
What's up with Notre Dame, bro? Where they at?
42-13.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, never mind. Killing them. Oh, look at my boy. All right. Yeah. All my bets is going well right now.
Even I really hope Kuntz shows up. I know there was a lot of hope, you know, that he would be the Robin to our Batman or whatever, but he hasn't been around. He's not the same. I get it though. You coming off that ACL, you got to trust it. You got to get back into your rhythm. And like I said, hopefully this will be the week he's able to do that, you know, get that going. It takes one game to get that confidence going again. So if he can do that again this week, you know, you got to get that. And then, yeah, bro, Max got to eat. He's a great player. I love his motor. I love all that, bro. But if you watch some of the stuff the top D ends in the league are doing, the top 1, 2, and 3, double, triple team. It don't matter. These boys
Yeah.
are still wrecking havoc, right? I think we shared one in the chat, right? All right, rundown. Homeboy from Cleveland, Myles Garrett, just shaking these dudes, leaving all three guys like looking for someone to block. Like that's the type of plays you need to start doing, bro. Yeah.
Well, I will say this, bro. Yeah, because Myles Garrett's 1-1 to me. He's a motherfucker's freak.
Mhm.
But look at their D lines, bro. They just got somebody in the first round as far as another interior D lineman. Like I get when people say like Max got to
D line is
do more.
huge.
Like, what the fuck you want him to do? Throw on the Superman cape? Like shit, bro. Like look at the Steelers D line. Look at Cleveland's D line. You feel what I'm saying? Like take Myles Garrett and look at everybody else, bro. Look at TJ Watt and look at everybody else. Like they have guys that can win one-on-one. You know what I mean? By themselves or create pressure to even funnel them to that person. You know what I mean? Like who does Max have? Who's balling right now? Tell me. As far as pass rush, nobody.
Oh no, it's just him. Yeah.
You could say Thomas Booker, but then Thomas Booker is a fucking sneeze and fart compared to what the fuck Cleveland's D line and all these other people D lines is doing, dog. Like, so let's be real with ourselves. He's
no,
okay,
100.
but we're not gonna champion mid. He's mid. That's okay, right? But Max, bro, like Max is not as physically gifted as Myles Garrett, so I don't expect him to do that shit. Now he'll make his plays like he's been doing. He has his 1 or 2 a game where you like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Where he gets past the line. Now that play that he made against Washington, say if we were closer in the game, right? It was a good game, and he makes that play like he did behind the line of scrimmage. We looking at him different because we're like, oh shit, it's the fourth quarter. Oh shit, what a play! Or the shit he did against the Chargers caused the fumble.
Right.
If the game is closer, we're like, oh shit, you know what I mean? What a play! He's doing what he's supposed to do in the quarters he's doing it. But the problem is, for the first 3 quarters, the other 4 motherfuckers on the offensive line, we got to put on a milk carton because we're like, dog, where are they? Where's 51?
Yes.
Where is 69? Where's Adam Butler? Everybody was talking about. And don't even get me started on number 9. All of a sudden, all that, oh shit, Tyree about to have 8-9 sacks. That shit quiet down. Nobody says that no more.
Remember when he had that sack and he flexed? All the Tyrees were like, there he is.
Oh my God.
I think my girl got up and started cheering like, ain't seen them since.
Fooled you. Hey, fooled you. That's like when you buy that lemon off the fucking car lot. That shit run good while it's on the lot. As soon as
We're
you
getting
take that shit
catfished
off,
out there by these people.
you
man.
looking your goddamn exhaust and engine getting held together by gum and duct tape. So now this where we are, bro. That's Tyree. His engine is running thin right now. So I hope he continues. But as far as Max, bro, he the only guy that we got on the D line. The only way we cause pressure is to blitz. And that's what leaves us fucking hella vulnerable back there, how we getting killed in the middle of the field because we blitzing like 7 dudes. So that's where we are, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully I think Max needs to start a little bit sooner and try something else to go ahead and get that penetration. I know his style is just like attack, and wear your guy down, and then you're starting to see that come to fruition in the fourth quarter. But he needs to find a way to go ahead and get that started earlier, somehow.
It's unfair because he's the only motherfucker, but I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah, and that goes and that's the bad thing, that the burden falls on him, and it sucks. But hopefully Lualu can bounce back. He's been playing okay, but he needs to definitely step it up. Booker, same shit. He's mid, but he needs to step it up as well.
This is my disappointment, bro. This is where my disappointment is, bro. Really, like this is the player right here where I'm most disappointed in.
I'm not even disappointed at Tyree because I didn't expect.
No, I didn't expect shit from him.
I did expect.
This right here, bro, is where it's all disappointing because I haven't heard a peep, and he's been going against some rookies as of lately, and I ain't heard nothing. You know what I mean? Not a thing. Week 2, you have an excuse, kind of, right? Week 2 is an excuse because he's probably one of the better tackles in the league as far as Joe Alt. So, okay, you know what I mean? But the other weeks. Like what? You know what I mean? We don't hear nothing. Not even week 1. I told you from week 1, Leo. I don't hear shit from Kuntz against Will Campbell? Nah,
Yeah.
nah, that's something's weird there.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to my boy Elon. He just had a birthday this week, bro. Happy birthday, big
Oh,
guy.
happy
Hope you
birthday,
enjoy
bro.
Happy birthday.
it. Mhm.
Salute to you,
Happy
brother.
birthday,
For
bro.
Happy
sure.
birthday, big homie.
We probably gonna get into it fully, but you know, I'm okay about it. I got family here talking shit, so I got to get on my P's and Q's and really get right. So I think I feel better.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and jump over to the keys to victory and score predictions. I think the Raiders got to do to go ahead and get the dub tomorrow. We'll start with our guest, Leo. What are your thoughts?
Main thing, big
on
dog. Main thing, you got to pressure Caleb. You have to disrupt Caleb.
Yep.
If you let Caleb sit back there and move around and do his thing, we're cooked. We're cooked.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the main one. And then 2 is get that run game going. We get that run game going with a healthy Brock. Our offense and Chip will do their thing. But, man, get to Caleb. Defense needs to set the tone for this game. And then I think the offense will follow the suit when it comes to that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you bought a Tyree jersey, bro, I question
He
your
said
investment.
it's still on the rear image hanging.
Same, dog.
I question
You
your
don't get it.
investments if you bought one. Don't do that, bro. Them shits will be at Walmart for $9.99 in about a couple months. So you'll be all right. The Vegas Walmart number 9 jersey. Yeah, for me, bro, you're right. I mean, we got to keep Caleb in the pocket, bro. He can't look if he's able to just run around and do all that extra shit, bro. He's gonna kill us off. You know what I mean? He's more comfortable running and doing off schedule things, and you know what I mean. Almost getting to the sidelines and throwing them up. You know that's what he does.
Yeah.
So we can't allow him to do those things, bro. He has to be muddied in there. You know what I mean? You ever watch Caleb and when the pocket is muddy, he starts looking frantic and shit, trying to get out of there. That's how you know you kind of got him a little bit. So that means the throws are a little off. It's not as accurate as he's supposed to be. Secondly, and this is the thing that I don't think a lot of people are talking about. We focus on Caleb, but we know who's calling these plays, right? Ben Johnson's offense is predicated on running the football as like it hasn't been super effective like he was in Detroit, but we have to remember, bro, he loves that play action. He loves it. That's what they like. When you go back and watch the Bears game, bro, most of the shit that Caleb is doing is off of play action. Shit, the goddamn flea flicker was off of play action. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what the whole thing is predicated on. So we can't allow Swift to come out here and start running the ball because if he does, we're cooked. We're cooked. Yeah. We can't do that. We have to keep our mainstay, which is over the last couple games, except last week, we're good against the run. We got to be that. You know what I mean? Got to be that. Offensively, hey, man, the plays will be there to be made as far as the run game. It's there. It's there for you. But are we going to take advantage? And I think, you know, like Leo said earlier, if we control the tempo of the game, we'll win the game.
Yeah, for sure. For me, obviously, defensively, got to create pressure. Definitely going to go ahead and get at Caleb's face. If we apply enough pressure, this kid makes mistakes on his own. I mean, we've seen that happen before in the past. So it just takes. It doesn't even take a whole lot of pressure. It's just like once you touch him a couple of times, then he starts getting into his head. And then if you show blitz, you show him certain packages that's going to come. Like if the blitz is going to come, he's going to fuck up, and that's what you want to do. Obviously, create a turnover, or whether it's a fumble, interception. You know, something has to happen defensively, and they've done that. They've been okay at it, and we just need to continue to see more of that. If not, obviously better. On the opposite side of the ball, without say, we got to run the fucking football. This is a game where Ashton Genty needs to go ahead and hit that 100. This is a game to do it against this Bears defense that's banged up, that's struggling as well. Offense, I mean, Brock has to do his thing. Gino, as much as pains me to say, he has to be patient, and he has to go ahead and try to find his guys, find his reads. When Gino gets flustered and he gets sacked a couple of times, and it's natural, he tends to go ahead and just abandon the pocket because
you don't trust your own line.
You don't trust your own line, and we've seen that happen. And, you know, I think if you give Gino time, if you give him 2 seconds, he's going to go ahead and find his guy. You got to give him that 2 seconds. So hopefully, whatever line changes are made tomorrow, it pans out and at least is able to go ahead and give him that 2 second mark to go ahead and find a guy open. And we've seen we've seen a little bit of separation. Obviously, Jack Besh. I'm still waiting for that dude to show up. Thought I saw him on Sunday. He made that first down catch. But other than that,
that's the only 2 catches he has are first downs.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, I need to see more of that. So
Yeah.
that dude needs to be out there more, especially with no Big Mike. And Trey needs to continue doing his thing. Just continue to do your thing, dog. Don't even worry about none of this other shit. Do your thing. Keep balling out. Jacoby, I'd love to see Jacoby involved a little bit more. And so hopefully he gets his first touchdown as well. So if we can get that going, I think we can go ahead and get that dub. My thing, the prediction for tomorrow, I said 21-14. I'm still sticking to that. But on the flip side, if we lose, we're probably going to lose really bad. So 21-14 is my score prediction. What about you guys?
Look, man, tomorrow's Sunday. I'm hoping to have a good time with the fam, my cousins, with Mike, Raiders Against the World. Because to me, that's what I enjoy right now, right? To those fans who said the season's over, don't watch the game. No, leave it for us. We'll watch it. We'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I think I was more skeptical in the beginning. I was mad about Washington. Not looking at it, I think we can pull this one off. So I'll stick with what I said earlier in the week, which is like 21-17, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see the defense creating at least 2 turnovers against
That's
Caleb,
where I'm at.
and that's going to be the difference. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm gonna go. I'll go 21-17 as well. I'll do that. I think I think we'll score, but I think they'll struggle on offense after putting up so many points last week. I think they'll kind of come back down to earth a little bit, struggle again, and the defense will come back to reality, play a little more physical. So I'm expecting that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and answer this question by Yaya. He said, "How much of the season is on the line?" I think a big majority of it is on the line because going 1-3 is different than being 2-2. And if you're 2-2, we could still make something out of the season. I'm not expecting much out of this team personally. My magic number is still 8 and 9, and with these 2 other guys, they're right about the same range as well. I know there's people out there that are like, "Hey, we're gonna go ahead and go 12 and 5." That's cool, respect.
That's wild.
But for me, realistically, I don't see that happening, especially the performance we've been giving the last 3 weeks. So
I think to your point, it depends on your expectations.
Yes.
What were your expectations, right? We won 4 games last year. I think I had us at like 7, maybe 8 wins. If we lose, we could still do it. There's games out there.
Yeah.
What I will say though is if we are 2-2 after week 4, it looks better than probably most of us thought. When you look at who we played, the Commanders, most of us had us losing that way anyway because we didn't know JD5 was out. All right. The Charger one was hit or miss, flip coin toss. Yeah. So if we can be 2-2, it'd be dope. 1-3, I don't think it's over, but when you look at who's coming up, it makes those other games, those are the ones you better win. Like if we lose this one, we better win against Tennessee. We better win against Jacksonville. Yeah.
Well, then this the thing though. Like it depends how it looks, right? Like 1-3 is bad, yeah. But see, I wouldn't expect the playoffs anyway. So it's like, games that's cool, but it depends how it looks, right? If we come out here and we play, it's competitive. Say we lose by 3 points, maybe. But ball just didn't bounce our way. Okay, you know what I mean? All right, fine. You can live with it. It's gonna sting. We're gonna be pissed off, but we see improvement. But if we come out here and get stomped out, right, and we lose like how we did last week, Oh no, we can't be confident in no fucking game. Not even Tennessee. Not even Tennessee, dog. Because Tennessee has the defense to mess with us, dog, and their defense is low key better than the Bears. So it's like the season's gonna go down the toilet quickly if we get our ass whooped. But I need us to look physically better. Now, if you're like hoping for playoffs, this is a must win. If that's the case.
Oh, if you're hoping for playoffs,
this is a must win. If you just want to see improvement, then that's different. But if you're one of those out there that's like, no, we're gonna make the playoffs and all that, then yeah, this is a must win for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Really quick shout out to over 120 in the building. Appreciate you guys pulling up and tapping in with us on this Saturday morning. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button on all the channels. I got Leo's pinned down in the description down below. If you guys are next, hop on over to YouTube and hit that subscribe button for sure. We're going to go ahead and move on to our final segment of the show. We're going to go ahead and move on to meet our guests, the spotlight, meet our guests. This is the time where we go ahead and take time out of our show to go ahead and highlight the guests of the show. And this week's guest is none other than Chidolinus. So let me go ahead and kind of start from the beginning. Let me ask you this, brother. How long have you been a Raider fan? What made you fall in love with the silver black?
Oh, since I was a kid, bro. I'm from LA. So when they were here, I grew up like in the Los Angeles Raiders from that Super Bowl with Marcus Allen. My family used to all be Raider fans. Some of them have moved on in their journey, traders, whatever. But but I always stayed true. I had an uncle who was like 4 years older than me, diehard Raider fan, diehard Notre Dame Laker fan. And to me, it's kind of like to keep on that tradition, how he raised us. I got together for games. He took me to games as a kid. So that's why I try to do with Noah the same thing, bring him up that way. And just keep the whole Raider thing going. Even when they moved to Oakland, I still stayed a Raider fan. I was opposite of them. Oakland was mad when they came to LA or when they left to go to Vegas. I was mad when they left LA and went to Oakland.
Yeah, me too. I remember that.
Yeah, but then I got over it. I went to Oakland, checked out the atmosphere. It was dope, But yeah, man, to me, it's been a kid since I was a kid. It'll never change. I've had other players that I've liked, but I've only always liked just, one team. Even though John might tell you different because I was cheering for the Steelers for a while, but that was different.
That's a side chick, bro.
That's because they had Jerome Bettis, man. I want him to get a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Obviously every diehard fan has one. Who's your all-time Raider, favorite Raider? And also, who's on your Mount Rushmore, on your Raiders Mount Rushmore? And you can give that coaches. I know
my all-time favorite Raider, obviously, is Tim Brown. He went to Notre Dame, so I'm playing Notre Dame. He became a Raider, was a Raider for years. So for the longest, I was like the only player jersey I would get was Tim Brown. Yeah. So Tim Brown's always been my favorite. Although as a kid, I liked Marcus and Bo, right? Because the running back, especially Bo. But to me, my favorite player has got to be Tim Brown. Mm-hmm. But like Rushmore, like 5 favorite overall, like all time.
Yep.
Ooh. For me, because of the generation I'm from, where I grew up, Howie Long, Tim Brown, Charles Woodson, obviously, right? Oh man,
she would.
Tom Flores, Tom Flores, the whole Latino background kid, things like that. Yeah. And then I guess the other one for me, man, would be I don't even. This is gonna sound crazy, but I loved Khalil Mack. I really did. Khalil Mack just made me a believer, even though Carr had that offense going, and I was a big Carr fan. But Mack was just one of my favorites because I love defense and the way he played. One of my most favorite plays to this day is that interception. We tipped on Cam. On Cam, not no punk, right? Yeah. And took that and scored that ball, man. So
not when Cam was playing like MVP level too.
Yes, it was during that time, man. Yeah. So I throw him up there. Obviously, there's older players, but I never saw them play. Like I didn't see Stabler. I met them, but I never got to see them play. But yeah,
yeah. You got a question, Ron?
Well, shit, me and Leo talk all the time, so we already know what time
Yeah.
it is. But as far as your content journey, man, how's that going so far? What's been fulfilling to you? What's so far one thing you wanna work on as you continue?
Honestly, brother, you said we've known each other from the beginning.
Yeah.
One of the good things that I love is the people that I've met, the connections and the groups that I've become a part of. With you, the boys, TRS, with Jay and the connection guys, and even just recently, getting into the whole club scene with the Black Hole. It was a huge step to do that. At first, I had seen it more as like a step maybe for content wise, like what that would look like, and I've kind of changed it to more like being embracing the getting together part with other fans, like-minded fans, just to enjoy and love our team the way that we do, at the tailgates, things like that. As far as the content, I just love coming on here to talk about football and the Raiders. Like you said, we watch college ball. Our chats always be blowing up about teams, other teams, things like that. So definitely, I love that part. I know people say like, "Oh, I don't consider myself a content creator. I'm a Raider fan with a podcast."
Right.
I am the worst at vlogging. I will be at events and people be like, "Oh, did you get this?" I didn't get none of it. I was just,
Facts.
I'm shit too all the time, bro. Like, fuck.
Yeah. Even this last time we were there, like it was my girl taking most of the pictures, and then she was like, "Okay, now make a reel," and I was like, "Oh damn! Like when did we do this?"
That's me. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, man. So definitely, I love that part, and just going out there this past home opener in J-Lot, seeing everybody again. It was like seeing like a family reunion, when you run into everyone again, like, all right, let's do this. Let's get the season going. I'm going to see you in LA when you coming back. Well, I'm coming back on the Titans game for my birthday. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Things like that. So to me, it's just about, the nation coming together. And I was supporting our team. We may sit up here and call them dumb, stupid. What are we doing? We're tired of it. But we're never going to stop watching on Sundays.
Right.
We're never going to stop yelling Raiders. And I think that's the part a lot of people don't get when it comes to the Raider Nation.
Yeah, for sure. I said earlier in the beginning of the show, you're probably one of the busiest man out in this space. What do we look out for? What should we look out for from Chidolinus? What do you have in the works? Anything that everybody should be looking out there for? Let them know.
Just mainly the same, bro. I mean, I'm trying to go out to more watch parties. That's the thing I'm trying to do this season. Go out to different ones, have some of my own here in the IE, with the club. I'm excited this year for them switching things to Fremont, downtown Vegas. I'm not much of a strip person anymore. I'm older, so I'm over the strip. But being able to go downtown, it's a little better for me and more relaxing to be able just to chill in Fremont and things like that. But I mean, as far as shows, just keep the same. Keep my Monday one, stick with the Black Hole one. We talk about the Black Hole events, other things people are doing on Tuesdays, and then with you guys on Wednesday. By them I'm a lot more calm, so I'm able to review, the upcoming games and things like that, brother. But I mean, just for the main part, just that, and then of course the studio show with MC, that's taking a new life and a new scene this year. If you guys saw, we're doing commercials this year.
Yeah.
So MC was able to take it to the next level. My man MC works hard. He gets the sponsors. So those of you who are interested in promotion and things like that, and I hit us up. But just doing that part, it's so cool to be able to be in the studio. And to me, it's still surreal when we do those 40, 45-minute episodes. Like, damn, we're sitting in the studio right now. Like when I look at it, like, damn, I'm not in my room with my flag behind me. Like to me, that's just surreal. And I like to do that stuff with MC. So shout out to him for letting me be a part of that.
Yeah,
Facts,
for sure.
Man. Facts.
We're trying to get there. We're trying to get Good Morning Raiders sponsored. Everybody want to sponsor us? Let us know. There you go.
Yeah, soon. Facts, Elon. Cheeto is Hollywood, bro. Cheeto is Hollywood.
He's the first Hollywood before Jeff. Jeff's on another level now. That motherfucker's on CBS.
Yeah. Jeff on TV. So
Yeah.
Jeff on TV. I'm like, oh shit, okay, bro.
I know. Depending if I move my seats, I might be lower. So you might see me on TV for my birthday.
Fire.
There you go. That's what's up. But hey, man, appreciate you pulling up and tapping in with us and talking some Raider football this morning.
Hey, anytime, fam. It's a great show you guys have here on Saturdays.
Hey, honestly, bro, I give a lot of credit to you. None of this honestly wouldn't have been possible without you, bro. You gave me my start. You helped me out and really getting into this space, and I appreciate you for it, bro. That's why I call you brother, man. So thank you.
Yeah, that's what it's about,
everything
man.
you do,
Bringing
bro.
each other up.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
100%.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. But we had to run it back. 1/3 of the TRS, and then we never rocked. All three of us haven't rocked it like this, so we definitely had to do it up. So great show for sure. But I also want to go ahead and thank everybody that pulled up with us. We have 126 in the building. Appreciate you guys tapping in. Everybody on X, salute to you guys. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys head on over to YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. And if you are new and you guys are on the channels, hit that like and subscribe button. It does really go ahead and go a long way to go ahead and support all the shows and get our shows out there in the YouTube algorithm. So appreciate everyone pulling up. Make sure you guys, as always, tap in next Saturday to another episode of Good Morning Raiders. You already know, same bad time, same bad channel with us. So make sure you guys go ahead and pull up for that one, 10 a.m. Pacific on the West Coast. And obviously the Raider Connection going down every damn Wednesday, 7 p.m. We're going to rock it back. We actually have a special guest this Wednesday coming up. We have none other than the Violet himself. He's going to pull up. He's going to pull up in the building. So make sure you guys go ahead and tap in for that one. That's going to be a fire show for sure. But other than that, that is our time for today. We will see you guys next Saturday for another episode of Good Morning Raiders. Until
real
next
quick,
time.
real quick. Next week we got the rundown. Next week on Wednesday, 6 o'clock as well. Y'all know that. I might do something on Friday. It's my birthday next week, so I might do a birthday stream. I might not. Who knows? But other than that, we'll see. Tap
birthday
in.
Stream. Let's go. We all jump
Oh,
on,
that's
bro.
right. Yeah. It is your birthday next week. So.
Yeah.
Oh, one last thing. Yeah, next weekend. Those of you who cross the border, Rosarito takeover. I will be in Rosarito next weekend.
That's cool.
We'll be doing a takeover party on Saturday, then a watch party on Sunday at Papa's and Beer in Rosarito. So we will be live streaming the show Saturday, and we will also have Lincoln Kennedy in the building. So that'll be fun. Yeah.
Nice. I've been to Papa's and Beer in a very long time. So man,
no, it's still lit, bro. It's still lit.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I bet. It's Rosarito, bro.
Yeah.
Rosarito's always lit for sure. Hey, make sure you guys go ahead and tap into
safe
that.
Out this mug, man.
Yes, sir. We'll see you guys next time. As always, Just Raiders, baby. Go Raiders. Tomorrow we're going to get that dub. Y'all already know what time it is. But we'll see y'all next time. Peace.